Have you ever told yourself, I will start learning English when I'm ready? Maybe you want to speak English, but you think your vocabulary is too small. Maybe you want to speak with other people, but you are afraid of making mistakes. Maybe you want to start speaking every day, but you keep saying tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And suddenly, you have been learning English for 1 year, but you still don't feel ready to speak. So let me ask you something. What if you never feel ready? What if waiting until you feel ready is actually the thing stopping you from improving?
Yes, I can!
Hello everyone and welcome back to Easy English Real World. Today, I want to talk about something very important for your English journey. Don't wait until you are ready. Start before you feel ready. Because the truth is, you usually become ready after you start. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. Before you first ride, you may feel nervous. You may think, what if I fall? What if I lose my balance? But you don't learn to ride a bicycle by watching other people ride. You learn by getting on the bicycle. You try. You make mistakes. You fall sometimes. And then you try again. English is the same. You don't become confident and then start speaking. Very often, you start speaking and then you become confident. Maybe today you know only simple sentences. That's okay. You can say, my name is Ali. I live in Tehran. I like football. I am learning English. These sentences may look very simple, but they are a beginning. You don't need to speak like a native speaker on your first day. You don't need a perfect accent. You don't need thousands of words. You just need to use the English you already know. And this is where many learners make a mistake. They wait. They wait until they know more vocabulary. They wait until their grammar is perfect. They wait until their pronunciation is better. They wait until they feel confident. But confidence doesn't usually come from waiting. Confidence comes from doing. Imagine you want to speak English for 5 minutes every day. On the first day, maybe you speak for only 1 minute. You make mistakes. You forget words. You stop many times. That's fine. On the second day, you try again. Maybe you speak for 2 minutes. After 1 week, you may notice something. You are still making mistakes, but speaking feels a little easier. That's a progress. You don't need to become perfect. You only need to become a little better than yesterday. And don't be afraid of mistakes. A mistake is not proof that you are bad at English. A mistake is information. It tells you, this is something I need to practice. If you say something incorrectly, learn the correct sentence and use it again. For example, maybe you say, I am learn English. Then you learn, I am learning English. Now you know something you didn't know before. That's not failure. That's learning. So don't wait for the perfect day. Don't wait for the perfect English. Don't wait for perfect confidence. Start with what you have. If you know 10 words, use those 10 words. If you can speak for 1 minute, speak for 1 minute. If you can understand simple English, start with simple English. Because small actions become habits. And habits become progress. One day, You will look back and realize that the English you were afraid to speak has become the English you can use naturally. So, if you have been waiting for start speaking English, let today be your starting point. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Make one simple sentence. Say it out loud. Then say another one. You don't have to be ready. You just have to begin. Because sometimes the best time to start is before you feel ready. Keep learning, keep speaking, keep making mistakes, and most importantly, don't wait until you are ready. Thank you for listening to another episode of Is English Real World. I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.